Hey there, it's Rochelle here from Soundscaping Source, and today I wanted to share with you our top 5 resources from the Soundscaping Source library, at least as of today. Anastasia and I put this list together in our last team meeting based on the clients that each of us are working with right now. So there's my caveat for you, is that you have to consider your folks and what kinds of musical materials and interactions are going to be the most welcome, the most engaging, the most relevant for the folks that you're working with. You're a music therapist, so you know all about that. Okay, so our top 5 as of right now. First on the list is my favorite themed playlist for the dark and cold days that come after the big winter holidays. That is our themed playlist on Hygge. This is a Scandinavian tradition that focuses on coziness. So we have songs about lights and warm beverages and soup and things like that. And it's just a really cozy theme to have that time of year. Second themed playlist is on US travel. This one, I've been using this theme for years, and this resource is really helpful in pulling together songs from lots of different parts of the US. I like to use this one in the summertime when people are doing a lot more traveling. In the Midwest, people are taking road trips a lot of times. So from our part of the country, going to different places. And this session theme and this resource helps to bring out discussion about places that people have lived and where they've traveled and maybe where they want to go or where their family is living. And so it's a good one for bringing up memories and conversations. Third resource that I want to highlight is a blend of a themed playlist and a musical biography. This is our resource on crooners, one of our newer resources. And this resource highlights several different singers in that style, from Dean Martin all the way to Rosemary Clooney, looking at a little piece of their biography, one of their well-known songs, giving us lots of different ideas for how to interact with or explore that music. It can get people talking about that style as well as their memories around these different artists. It's also good for figuring out things that people like that you maybe didn't know before. All right. Fourth resource I want to highlight is our musical biography on Elton John. Now we're moving into 2026 as I'm recording this video, and Elton John is an artist that is known and loved by many older adults that we encounter in our work. So this is a way to explore his life story, his music, to interact with his music in different ways, and the resource gives you lots of ideas for how you can bring out that musical interaction and the discussion as well. So that's been a fun resource here recently, one of Anastasia's favorites. And then the last resource I want to highlight is our Who Am I musical game. I think we have 2 or maybe 3 editions of this game at this point. And this is set up as a trivia game where people are trying to guess the artist or the group who that's what you're trying to get them to guess. It starts out with harder clues and works its way down to a name that tune. So you can keep track of points, you can have teams if you want, or you can all work on it together. You can start with the easier clues depending on your group, and then you can get the answers and go into musical explorations of different kinds. There's just a lot of flexibility in it, but it's a little bit different structure than what I usually do in our groups, and so it can be a nice way to do something a little bit different without having a lot of extra pre-planning on my part. So those are our top 5 resources from the Soundscaping Source Library. Now the Soundscaping Source Library, the entire thing is open to members of MT Insider. We also have all of these resources available for a la carte purchase. So I will put the link in the box below this video so that you can go check out those resources as well as the other things that we have available in our Soundscaping Source Library. Thank you for the work that you do, and I hope that you find one of these to be helpful in your sessions.